Alrighty. See what I can share. Okay, much better. All right. So, the purpose of this evening's meeting um, was to provide information about some of the documents that I've given out, um, where we are with our pacing as far as what's coming up, and specifically to let you all know how we're going to move forward with quiz one. Quiz two has been made available. It does cover the skin and the histology. You all have not had an opportunity to begin that lab in class. We would have started it tonight after the quiz, but honey, when the quiz is over, most people gone. So you'll have next week to kind of dive into that. The quiz does have more than one attempt. And so then when you take it the first time, kind of learn from that, re-prepare yourself, and then you can go and take it again. I will use the score of the highest that you earn. All right, so feel free to unmute, to speak, or to post anything in the chat if you have additional questions, just to be mindful of everybody's time. Go ahead and get started. All right, so the things that I'm pointing out to you are going to be located in the Hammons Lab resource. I may be in my view, which is slightly different than yours, because I can see everything, whether it's available to you or not. But for the most part, it should be currently available. All right, so starting here, these are images of actual slides that you will be asked to identify. I am aware that Dr. Stokes and the new baby, I don't know her name, have access to quality slides. They've stored them somewhere because we've had a lot of microscope slides get damaged or broken. So this will definitely give you a great view of a lot of the slides. Traditionally, we have them at a 400 magnification. Um, so that kind of gives you a good view of all items that are present. When we meet next week, I'm going to actually model for you all the different spaces on a slide, because sometimes the slide can have more than one tissue type. So you definitely want to know specifically what you're looking for, have an idea what it looks like. This is the PowerPoint presentation that I use in class where it lists all of the slides that you should be familiar with. And then finally, the skeletal system. So the skeletal system is where we finish in preparation for the midterm. I did also include like a study guide for the midterm. It's located here. And just kind of break down some of the things you need to be familiar with. All right. So going back here. So the skull bones, that is a video of me going through a previous list and identifying where the structures are. I used to do it in class, but it's really a time-consuming process. So I recorded myself, hopefully the ability to rewind, fast forward, whatever you all need to do. And then I'm gonna click on this one. No, that's the video. This is okay. You actually got a copy of this uh accidentally with one of the handouts that I gave to you all, but I did upload it separately. So what you're seeing are this is actually a link to the video that I have available for you. And these are the bones and then bone marking or bone structures that are located on that particular bone. So this is not your current lab list. In my personal opinion, that thing is all over the place. However, it's a much shorter list than this is. So if you choose to download it and print it, what students have done in the past, as I'm identifying where the structure is, they'll make notations. I like to find a primary part and then use that, go to the right of that, go above this, and so on and so forth. That will help you. And then take notes beside the list. Beforehand, what I would do is if you have this printed, look at your lab list and then only highlight the items on the list that match your guidance for what to know. This is an extensive list. It covers a lot more information than what you'll have to know on the skull for your midterm. So just kind of use it as a good guide. The video helps. Um, close that out. All right. I also, honey, bear with me. Okay. So there are a lot of bone markings that you all will see. I actually got this diagram from Chattahoochee. Sorry, the list of people is kind of blocking it. But it's a really good tool. I found it's either a quiz is or Quizlet that allows you to become more familiar with bone markings. This document has not been given out yet. This is different mnemonics. So your carpals are your wrist bones. There are two layers. So this particular part lists them for you. And then there are mnemonics also embedded within this document to assist you with remembering their locations. Um, I will go over these items in our next class meeting. And then you'll be getting started. What I've learned in the previous semesters is the sooner I can get this material to you, the less stressed you are, because it's so much information that you have to go through before the midterm. So study aids. All right, so these I did give out recently. Previous student, Paulina, I never forget her name. She actually made these, and they are absolutely gorgeous. How she do that, I have no clue. But I was grateful that she shared it with me so that I could share it with you all. Pretty much everything that's located within this document is some form of practice and resource. Um, there's a game. What's the name of that game? So I pulled these items. It's like a practice for you to locate and identify. These are all things you're going to see on that midterm as it pertains to the skeletal system. I will find it. I want to say it's Study Mate or, oh, look it, there it is, Purpose Games. So these are from Purpose Games. I will make sure that I provide you access to those so that you have a digital version as well as the paper one. And this is a copy of the Pearson Atlas. The Atlas gives you complete detailed labeling and visuals of not only your bones, but your tissues and muscles. We don't use this document for muscles. So I'm click on it really quickly. Dag nabbit. She just gonna make me log on in, huh? We're gonna see. If it's a long process, honey, I'll show you in person later. Okay, whoop, whoop, whoop. It went through. You see how many slides this is, right? Here's why we don't print. However, it gives you different slides now. They're beautiful, amazingly labeled. Because of the stain differences, some of them may look slightly different to you if you see them in lab, but for the most part, this is a really great resource for your histology. And then I'm scrolling. Every tissue type is provided in here. Y'all bear with me. She long. I am okay. Um, hold on, I'm still scrolling. But as I'm scrolling, you're able to see the slides, similar to what you'll be presented with. Good grief. Finally, okay. So also located in this PowerPoint presentation are the bones. You're going to have actual bones that you're having to look at and identify their parts and structures. These are really good resources. But again, this provides you with more than what you're expected to know from your lab list. So if you have certain sections of this that you want to print out or give yourself access to a PDF copy, a lot of the tools now will allow you to highlight and make notes on things. I think that would be great. A lot of the bones that are in here, for example, this one, the sphenoid bone, we don't have an individual sphenoid bone that you could see and identify structures from. However, you'll see it in the skull and then be asked to identify the parts from there. And y'all look, bear with me. It's this one. Because I'm trying to lay down and be in this as well. See, look here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me go back to where I was. Really don't know how I got lost, but here's what it is. Okay. All right. Trying to get back to where I was. Child, look at. It's funny, but it's not funny. Huh. I lost my page. Okay, minimize. Chrome. I guess I clicked on something that took me away from the what I wanted you all to view. It's always something. Just remain calm and keep going. All right. Well, look it anyway. Let me stop sharing. The bulk of the items that I wanted to present to you, just showing you that they're located in the folder that you already have. So sometimes you can't do any work at all. Other times, if you had access, you could start working on it sooner. So my plan was to make sure that I've given you access to all of your resources so that you can work on them on your own pace. For Thursday, you're going to take your lab quiz next week. Tuesday took theirs this week because this was an unexpected um, event that caused me to not be able to come to work. I just had a doctor's appointment. She identified what my issue was, and then I had to have a quick little surgery in her office. And now I'm on bed rest. So, it is what it is. Um, but I've also made quiz 2 available. If I could share my screen and get back to it without a whole bunch of mess, honey, I would go back. But check your announcements. I sent that out earlier today. Um, because we haven't touched on this information currently, I may offer a third attempt. I'm going to wait and see how it goes. For those of you who take the opportunity to take your first one, nothing from exam 1 is included, but it specifically asks you questions about the skin model and identifying these different slides. Look, I'm not there. The goal is you want to score the best points possible because that's 20% of your actual grade. I do have several virtual quizzes, but I always try to make the first one in person because it models for you how your midterm and your finals are. The quiz is short. I had a lot of spaces where students could sit, take a break, work on what they were working on. But when you get to that midterm, it's anywhere from 90 to 100 questions. You do have more time at each station, but you will not be allowed to go back. So you want to do your best at each one of the intervals of time. And then from there, we move on to the next. So the skeletal system is the last portion of materials that we have to be familiar with before your midterm. And then afterwards, we'll start with joints. We actually have joint models in the class, but we haven't used them. For the most part, they use Fred, which is the skeleton in his entirety, or Fred in pieces. So we have a box with each individual bone where you can look at it more closely, take your own pictures, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, that's it for me. So the remaining time, I just wanted to make sure I gave you all an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have, more specifically because we're not meeting. And lab is the only class that you really need to be in there for um, to not fall behind. What I may do on next Tuesday, oh shoot, I can't. Normally, what I'll do is I'll have 2 classrooms so that I can accommodate both classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But because I have to leave the quiz this coming Tuesday, they're going to be moving on into the current content. And then you all will have your quiz. Once we're done with the quiz, you're always welcome to come back and begin the next lab. The resources that you will have access to or will need are readily available. Tuesday, the majority of the students took it and then they left. And I completely understand. So for Thursday, that will be your option after the quiz. I just wanted to make sure I showed you where these items are since I wasn't able to put them in your hand at this particular meeting. If there is a reason where you can't attend your scheduled lab, reach out to me um, legally. I can't have you all coming to both classes because it's a fire hazard if we exceed the number of people in the classroom at a certain time. If I'm able to work around that, I will definitely make it available for you to come on either day. Both classes are identical. The only thing that may be different is, the amount of time that we have for doing certain aspects of the lab. All right, so I'm going to the chat. All right, so it seems as though, oh, you can't hear me, love? My bad.
No, we
Um,
can hear you.
you can. Nolan,
Yeah.
honey, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. I'm sorry. I might have been on mute earlier. So do any of
No,
you
No,
guys
you're good. Yeah,
have a
you're good.
question or
I
um,
just wanted to verify. So, lab quiz one is in class next Thursday, correct?
that is correct.
And
Mhm.
then Tuesday for the class that we just had prior to this is going to be our unit one or first quiz in class.
For lecture.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, next Tuesday will be the
Hmm.
first exam in lecture.
Yep.
And I am going to post that video from the students that met with me earlier. We kind of just went over the overview to try to make sure you guys had support and having the correct information. Um, so Tuesday's lab will actually begin the next lab session. So they'll be looking
Okay.
at the skin, they'll be looking at the different slides. Thursday, you're kind of getting a hiccup, but I was hoping that by providing this meeting, I can answer questions, show you where your resources are, so you can kind of just dive into them at your own pace. Because I still want that class to have the in-person quiz. Quiz
And
2 is
then,
available. You can continue.
sorry.
Mm,
So quiz two, I know you said it has two attempts. We can go ahead and try one of those now,
yes,
but you may add a third, is what you said?
that is correct.
Okay. I just want to, I'm trying to just get it all out there.
No, I appreciate you asking questions. Some people don't feel comfortable.
Well, I appreciate you coming on tonight, truly.
Oh, honey, I knew I had to do something because it's different when you miss lecture than it
Yeah.
is when you miss lab, especially because you guys only meet once a week.
Hmm.
So I did inform the dean of the situation, and I just made an executive decision that I'm gonna meet y'all online. He might get back to me and say, yes, it's fine. Regardless, we were gonna have our meeting.
It's fine, girl. Go to bed.
I'm actually in the bed, hence why my camera's
Perfect.
not on. Looking a whole
Perfect.
hot mess.
Well,
Um,
Yeah,
you feel
well,
better, okay?
I appreciate that. I just took another pain pill and got my feet propped up. So
Yay.
I went to a podiatrist yesterday because I've been having horrible pains in my feet and I had two procedures done. So I can't wear shoes and I have to keep my feet up
Mm.
in the air. So that's kind of why I'm not going to get there. I don't even have a wheelchair or a chair to roll in on. I
Well,
plan I plan to be better by next week.
sounds good. We'll get some rest this weekend.
All right. Thank you so much,
sure.
love. And if
All right,
you,
Um,
y'all have a
if
good
you,
night.
yes,
yeah.
if you guys don't have any additional questions, honey, feel free to go
Um,
ahead and
I
log
want to make
off.
sure. Oh, sorry. I want to make
No,
sure. So, quiz two, you said is due when?
when you click on it, it'll show you the due date. So
Oh,
it's
quiz
next
two.
Friday by
Okay.
11 p.m.
This is on everything we've done so far. Well,
That is
hopefully.
that is
Okay.
correct. It's
Okay.
actually everything except it does not include
Mhm.
the skin and it does not include the slides. It stops at cells and mitosis.
So
Oh, no,
it's
no. You know what, baby? I'm reading it wrong. I apologize. Quiz 2 is like the lab that's coming up. So it's going to have histology tissue slides and the skin model.
Oh,
Quiz one stops at the cell. I apologize. Thank you.
all right. Quiz one. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I've done it already. I can't tell.
Well, quiz one is in person, so that's why you haven't seen that
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah. Next week.
Yeah. And so I went
Okay.
ahead and gave you
Mhm.
access to quiz two because I'm trying to keep us, on a good pacing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Good
But
question.
yeah. But you said that's on tissue and stuff, yeah? I was
That
just
is
trying to make
correct.
sure. Okay.
Yeah, hence why I may give you a third attempt. You
Okay.
haven't
Because
seen
yeah,
these things. So
'cause I
having
don't
the
yeah, I don't know
third
what this is
attempt,
about.
right, having the third
Yeah.
attempt will give you a better opportunity to kind of get an idea of what
Mhm.
you're going to be asked,
Mhm.
and then having your other two attempts to help you score a better grade.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for your questions.
No
Is
problem.
there any other questions?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna give
If
it.
I think of anything after, I can just email you, I guess.
Yes, you can send me
Yeah.
an email. GroupMe
Mhm.
actually works faster.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm on the group me. Okay, yeah, I
Yes,
can
only
ask them.
because, honey, I got like 1,000 emails.
Yeah, you
And
don't want to
yeah,
don't want to have to
sometimes they
sift
get
through those.
lost in the shuffle.
Yeah,
But
don't
the
have to
group
sift
meet
through those,
is
yeah.
just for the class. So I know that anybody that contacts me there, it's a student.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, no problem. All right.
Right. Let's
Hopefully. Yeah, I think that's everything I have at least.
all right. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much,
But
Nolan.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you as
get
well,
well.
Ashley. Thank you.
All
If
right.
you guys don't have anything else that you need, feel free to go ahead and log off. I will post this short recording into Blackboard a little bit later this evening.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a great one, and I look forward to seeing you
You
next.
too.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye-bye.